Year 1998, young LeBron James is attending a basketball game at his school which his mother has to miss because of work. Just before the game, his friend lets him play a Game Boy with a Looney Tunes game. LeBron goes up to play and misses his shot during the game. The coach tells him that he has great potential, but he has to let go of distractions. LeBron agrees and throws away the Game Boy, promising to dedicate himself to the game. The credits show LeBron throughout his successful basketball career, playing for different teams and starting a family. Present A. Darius is practicing his basketball skills, while Dom is more interested in video games and has even designed a basketball-themed game of his own. LeBron thinks Dom has potential in the sport, but he doesn't know how to tell his dad that he has different interests. Camilla tells LeBron to hear out their son and respect his desires. At the Warner Brothers studio, an AI named Algorithm studies all of LeBron's career and laments to his buddy Pete that he is stuck in the studio's serververse with all of their IPs. He has a plan to finally get himself noticed, and he plans to use LeBron and some new tech to accomplish his goal. He creates an email to a studio executive, and the idea is hatched. Dom is working on his game and wanting to go to a video game design camp the following weekend instead of the basketball camp that his dad wants him to go to. He is working on a character based on LeBron with his own special skill, but unfortunately, Dom's computer crashes when the LeBron character does his special move, causing a glitch, and for the character to be erased.
Don't erase my character.
LeBron tries to reassure Dom that things will be okay, and invites him on the WB studio tour that he was invited to. LeBron goes with Dom and his friend Malik. They watched a presentation. It involves the new tech called Warner 3000 and would apparently scan LeBron and put him in the world of several WB properties, like Batman, Game of Thrones, or Harry Potter. After the presentation, they talked with the two executives of WB. LeBron finds the idea to be dumb and tacky, which Algie overhears through a camera, enraging him. However, Dom thinks the idea is cool and admits to his dad that he is planning to go to the game design camp instead of basketball camp. This leads to an argument between father and son, with Dom telling LeBron that he never lets him be himself. As the two start leaving, the elevator takes them to the lower level, where the serververse room is. Dom is lured in by a giant mechanical ball that pulls him, and later LeBron inside. There, they meet Algie, who charms Dom, but LeBron quickly figures he's a bad guy. Algie makes Dom disappear and tells LeBron that he will get him back, but first he must beat Algie at a basketball game of his own creation. He then has Pete send LeBron to the rejects. So LeBron passes through several other WB worlds before landing in Toon World. LeBron becomes animated and finds that the world of the Looney Tunes is vacant until he comes across a poster for Rabbit and Duck season. This summons Bugs Bunny, who has continued living there alone.
Hey, you're that famous basketball team.
Oh my God, is that a...
Yep, cover your ears, Doc.
Why would you do that? No. Ouch.
Since all the other Toons abandoned him. After LeBron tells Bugs that Algie has his son, Bugs expresses his own grudge with Algie, since it was he who convinced the other Toons that there is more to see than their own Toon world, leaving Bugs all alone. LeBron then looks out at a clock that is counting down for less than 24 hours for him to assemble his team. Bugs agrees to help LeBron in order to save Dom. Bugs makes a fake claim to the land for Earth, which brings Marvin the Martian and his dog K9 so that he can claim the land.
I claim this planet in the name of Mars.
Bugs just uses this as a distraction, so he and LeBron can steal Marvin's ship and go look for the other toons. While LeBron thinks they can use strong WB characters like the Iron Giant and Superman, Bugs thinks it's best to reassemble the Toon Squad. They first go to the DC animated universe,
And why are we chasing a runaway train?
where Daffy Duck and Porky Pig trying to make Daffy look like a hero so he can join the Justice League.
An orphanage.
But he nearly causes a train to crash into an orphanage before Superman and the other heroes stop them and nearly beat up Daffy before he and Porky agree to join Bugs. Next they find Wile E. Coyote in the world of Mad Max Fury Road movie, joining the War Boys as he hunts down Roadrunner. After that, Elmer Fudd and Sylvester are in the Austin Powers movie world trying to work for Dr. Evil.
Sylvester, is that you? Cover and succotash.
Then they find Yosemite Sam in Casablanca movie.
You got baggage, lady. I can relate.
Well, with the hat on, he's at least
Before they can recruit more Toons, Tasmanian Devil is brought to the Toons by Rick and Morty. Meanwhile, Foghorn Leghorn is in Westeros Flying Dragons with Gossamer in Game of Thrones. Next on the list is Granny and Speedy Gonzales are in the Matrix movie.
What did I miss?
Hey, Granny.
While the Toons wants a group picture, Tweety shows up after Sylvester coughs him up.
What year is this?
Finally, Lola Bunny is training to be an Amazon under Wonder Woman.
Today will be the most challenging day of your
Excuse me, pardon me. Here she is.
You must complete all the obstacles before time runs out.
I'm ready, Princess Diana.
Begin!
Hey, Lola, we need your help.
But when Bugs and LeBron come asking for her help, she refuses as she completes the obstacle course.
That's a good point.
Training for this. Do not mess it up for me.
Until LeBron says he is doing this for his son, at which point Lola has a change of heart and rescues him and Bugs from falling to their deaths, but failing to complete the course in time. Wonder Woman still commends Lola for putting her values first, and Lola still becomes an Amazon before joining her old Toon friends again. Meanwhile, Algie shows interest in Dom's video game endeavors, something he never got from his dad. Dom humbly responds on how he made the game through the help of friends of his dad.
Plays in it, then I'm gonna be in this game. I need a superpower or something.
He elaborated how he scans the players to be put on his game.
Great. They really
Algie steals the code of his phone through Pete.
Can scan people in from anywhere in the world.
LeBron and the Toons try to get some training done for the big game, but their wacky antics get in the way of actual skill.
Leave me a ball hogs.
Hey, I'm open.
This isn't real.
Outside in the real world, Malik is frantically searching for LeBron and Dom until he is found by Camilla, Darius, and Zasha.
You have 0 seconds to tell me where my
Algie tricks Dom into coming up with a code for his own game into his world, with Dom giving his own character the highest skills. Before assembling mutated versions of other basketball players.
I'm sure you can.
Algie starts to set his plan in motion as the countdown for LeBron to find his team is up, and the game is set to take place in Toon World.
Well, if it isn't the old news loony.
Algie upgrades the Toons into 3D characters. While he turns LeBron back to his human body. The next is Bugs. Soon, a vast majority of characters from the serververse show up for the game, including the Iron Giant, King Kong, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Pennywise, Scooby-Doo, Yogi Bear and many more. Using his own app, Algie gets all of LeBron's social media followers.
It's game time.
Ernie Johnson Jr. and Lil Rel Howery are also pulled into the game as commentators.
Wait, Ernie Johnson?
Oh, these spectators here. I don't know, but the line for the bathroom's gonna be insane.
Including LeBron's own family, is now trapped in the serververse to watch the game. Algie announces that, if the Toon Squad wins, LeBron and his family can return to their real world, but if the Goon Squad wins, all the humans will remain trapped in the serververse,
Well, at least we're good.
and Algie will permanently delete the Toons.
You just couldn't keep your big beak shut. Blabbermouth.
Algie brings out the Goon Squad, comprised of Snake Monster, the White Mamba, played by Diana Taurasi, the Water and Fire Hybrid, Wet Fire, played by Clay Thompson, the Spider Creature, Ericnika, played by Nika Aguamic, the Bird-like Giant, the Brow, played by Anthony Davis,
Flyest guy on the squad.
and the team captain, the upgraded Dominic James. In the start of the game, Dom utilizes his special skills in the game, to LeBron's surprise.
Did you see that kid fly?
Since they are playing by Algie's rules, anything goes, which allows the Goons to dominate in the first 2 quarters since LeBron is still making the Toons play through basic fundamentals.
Basketball, but with a spin to it. We gotta think out of the box.
There's only one basketball. I've never seen anything like this. Where's that pass going?
LeBron tried to use the power-up, but failed big time. Then a new character was introduced, a time-bending robot called Kronos, played by Damian Lillard. He uses a clock to manipulate time to slow the everything around him, and let him do what he wants with the Toon Squad members. And then score points. After halftime, the Toons are feeling wiped out.
Come on, guys, don't give up. There's a whole
Sylvester tries to cheer them up by saying they found Michael Jordan in the crowd and can help give them a boost they desperately need.
At guard, 6'6" from.
Except it's actually the actor, Michael B. Jordan. Who still encourages LeBron and roots for him and the Toons. When Lola says that they are doing everything that LeBron told them to do, he realizes that he is preventing them from playing with their own special skills, just as he was with Dom. He hands the reins over to Bugs, who tells the gang that they are going to go full loony for the next half. When the Toons return, they bring their A game. With Tweety Bird scores the first bucket. Gossamer also absorbs wet fire to slow him down.
Someone's absorbed in the game.
What up? I've been getting respect. This pig is lit. I'm super legit. Every time I'm out in public, people asking most famous of all quotes. This battle is now over. That's all, folks.
Porter even raps a ferocious freestyle to LG, giving them special skills points. The crowd is getting hope and cheering for the Toons squad. Then, Wily and Roadrunner helping score multiple points with a clone machine. At Wily's expense, then Granny challenges Kronos, and Granny scores major points against Kronos, even getting him to rapidly age.
Is the one.
LeBron tried to use again a power-up again, and this time it was successfully done beautifully. The Toons finally managed to catch up on the scoreboard. LeBron and Dom then have a public reconciliation after LeBron admits that his son designed something special and that he wishes he had seen it earlier. The two express their love for one another.
I think I'm gonna cry.
Not me.
Bugs, pull it together.
And Dom leaves the Goon squad after seeing that LG truly is a bad guy. This further enrages the AI, especially after he sees that even Pete wants to join the heroes, and he morphs into a giant robot that takes full control over the game in the fourth quarter. LG cheats and steals points from the Toons. With mere seconds left on the clock, LeBron and the Toons try to figure out a strategy, until Dom remembers that the LeBron character glitched after performing his special move, causing the game to freeze. If they do the same there, LG won't be able to have power in there, but the one performing the glitch move may be permanently deleted. LeBron agrees to try out the move. The game resumes, but as Lola passes the ball to LeBron, Bugs takes it and pulls the move off himself, causing himself and the game to glitch. LeBron uses a power-up to launch himself to make the winning basket, only for LG to jump and try to pull him down. Dom thinks quickly and tosses his dad another power-up, giving him enough of a boost to score the winning basket and defeat LG. He is turned into a poster and is destroyed when Pete flies through him. With LG gone, the Toons turn back to their cartoon self. The humans return to the real world, while LeBron and Dom say goodbye to the Toons. The gang gathers around Bugs as their world is restored. He continues to glitch, but expresses happiness that he got his friends back together, and then he apparently disappears, after saying that's all, folks. Then, LeBron and Dom reuniting with the rest of the family, and Malik. LeBron prepares to bring Dom to what the boy thinks is basketball camp, but he's actually bringing Dom to sign up for the game design camp, finally allowing his son to reach his full potential. However, Dom keeps a basketball with him so he can practice on the side. LeBron then finds that Bugs is now in the real world, as he is a Toon, and therefore cannot die. He asks LeBron if he can crash at his place for a while, to which he agrees until Bugs says that he is bringing the whole gang with him. Thank you for viewing our movie recapped. I hope you have enjoyed watching our videos. Please like and share the video, and subscribe to our channel to help us grow. Click the notification bell so you will be notified when we upload our next videos.